This news update is brought to you by
This is the 6 p.m. Barbados Day update for Friday, June 27, 2014. I'm Kmar Jordan. Good evening. Two of Barbados' top economic officials are on an international roadshow searching for new investment. Finance Minister Sinckler and Central Bank Governor Dr. Delisle Worrell are currently in the United States after meeting with investors in the United Kingdom this week. But both officials maintain they're not on the hunt for financial aid at this time. Sinckler says one of the main reasons for his trip is to assure investors that the island is ripe for business despite the economic situation.
So the response has been very, very good. They're very happy to hear of some of the developments, the new investments that are happening in the economy, particularly in our main productive sectors. They're also interested to learn of our interest in coming to market. And in addition to what the governor has said, I mean, there are a lot of other things that go into deciding whether we go to market, what are the interest rates, how they're behaving, what is the current state of the market in terms of stability and ease, issues pertaining to what size of issuance you are planning to do. All of these are taken into consideration.
Meantime, Central Bank Governor Dr. Delisle Worrell gave the assurance that the country has turned a corner and is on the road to financial sustainability.
The corner has been turned. I think we know that because we have maintained the foreign exchange reserves. That's the thing that tells us that we have kept the economy stable and it continues to be stable in the face of challenges. But in terms of the resumption of growth, it's not a short-term business. Our concern really is not so much about 2014 in terms of growth. Our concern in 2014 is stability, make sure that we are in balance. But our growth, our sustainable growth, which we think we will reach in about 2 years' time, around 2016 or thereabouts, in the region of 2.5%. That's what we're looking for.
They spoke this week at a Borrowers and Investors Forum in the UK. At the same time, Barbadians are being told that they have a critical role to play in getting the country back on a sound economic footing. This from the principal of Queen's College, Principal David Brown, as he addressed the graduation ceremony of the St. Stephen's Primary School this morning. Brown made it clear that the financial troubles facing the island are not the responsibility of the government alone, but rather that of the entire country.
Our country and economy made a tremendous progress coming out of the colonial era and after independence in the 1960s. Our economy is in a little trouble, but I'm confident that we have the resources and the wherewithal as a people to emerge out of it. This is not a partisan debate. We must come out of this economic crisis through the effort of our people. You folks benefited from it, and you must continue on that path for growth.
In other news, Education Minister Ronald Jones is urging teachers not to leave any child behind. Jones made the passionate plea as he addressed educators about to pursue the diploma and certificate programs in education at the Erdeston Teachers Training College. He says too many of this nation's vulnerable children are being left on the sidelines.
We're going to cater to the child who comes to school spick and span, good and polished shoes, everything tucked in nice, who is able to bring a small gift now and then to teacher and say to teacher, you're a nice teacher, I love you teacher. And the challenge of a teacher is not only to cater to that particular child or children, but all of the others who struggle to make meaning of their lives and who want to be part of the experience of living. We are not doing enough for those children in our classrooms every single day. I've gone up a notch. I get passionate about these things.
It's a slogan that's known all over the world: get tested and know your status. But health authorities are concerned that Barbadians are still not heeding the message to know their HIV/AIDS status. Speaking at the launch of the 7th Annual Regional Testing Day, Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Elizabeth Ferdinand said that while the disease has moved from an acute certain cause of death to a chronic manageable disease, there's still a lot of work to be done. She reminded residents that there is no shame in following the slogan and getting tested.
Some may even feel that the slogan is not necessary anymore. However, it must be appreciated that there is still a significant number of persons living with HIV in Barbados who are totally unaware of their status. I want to point out here that knowing your status is the first step in the right direction, but that alone is not enough. This knowledge must be translated into action.
The news from the law courts: Damien Pinder appeared in the District A Magistrates Court today to answer charges of causing serious bodily harm and use of a firearm. The 26-year-old of 4th Avenue Pickwick Gap was charged in connection with Thursday's shooting incident aboard the Jolly Roger cruise vessel that left 23-year-old Rashidi Branch of Eden Lodge, St. Michael, nursing a gunshot wound to the abdomen.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Catch the sun power.
On the regional scene, former Haitian President Leslie Managat has died after a long illness. Managat, who was ousted in the military coup within 6 months in office in 1988, passed away early this morning. He was 83. Prime Minister Laurent Lamont says Managat's death leaves a huge void in the country's political landscape. Further afield, American armed drones take to Iraqi skies as the crisis escalates. U.S. officials told reporters that the drones began flying over Baghdad 24 hours ago. The U.S. had previously made it clear that all drone flights over the country were unarmed, but that decision has been reversed in order to provide additional protection for 180 American military advisors on the ground. And on that note, we end the 6 p.m. Barbados Today update. We'll be back again on Monday at 7 a.m. sharp. Until then, you can log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, or like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. I'm Kamar Jordan. Have a great weekend, and whatever you do, please be safe.
This news update is brought to you by